that's about as serious as you could possibly say. You know, I'd rather be a fucking rapist than a grass. At least another man who gets an hard on goes, well, I can half understand that.
Narcissists like to gaslight you, and one of the favourite things they like to use is everybody feels the same way that the narc does. So they'll say, you know, everybody hates you, everybody thinks you're crazy, everybody backs me up, you know. So that was like the major thing that I saw. But also this bullshit story he's got of me being blackballed within the film industry. That doesn't make any sense because there are thousands of filmmakers all over the world and nobody owns like a headquarter for the industry. So what he means by blackballed is he has tried his best to blacken my name to people, but Mason Fardo is not at the top of the film industry. He's nowhere near, and his attitude and his bully boy behaviour says it all. Here's a quick lowdown of what's really going on. In 2018, this guy raped me on my birthday. I told the police. He ended up going on the Jeremy Kyle show and trying to publicly humiliate me. This guy, Chris Smith, was also working with Stacey and Aaron at the time. I ended up removing Chris before Stacey. He waited until Stacey and Aaron had turned against me and then teamed up with them to make my life hell on the internet. They set up fake accounts and started enticing hate with many people to try and make them believe that I was lying. Just before all that, in 2017, I went to a party with Clark Tribe at Dave Courtney's house, where he was pretty rude to me and got drunk. The next day I decided to remove him from the production of Roofed, and he ended up turning half the cast and crew against me. I still to this day don't know what he said, but it worked. In 2018, just after the sexual assault, Chris Smith decided to steal my film. He downloaded it off the internet, calling it Set Me Free, and then setting up a fake IMDb credits for it, basically trying to steal my contacts and my work. I've recently sued him for copyright infringement and the High Court are dealing with it. But unfortunately, Aaron and people like Clark Tribe and Mason condone this behaviour. And they are convinced that I am the one trolling them. But I don't actually believe that. I believe that they are just trying to spread the rumour and they are the ones in fact trolling me. Stacey Busher and a lady called Claire Cookie Greenwood got involved last year. I don't know these women, but I have later found out they are both connected to Clark Tribe, Aaron Twin and Mason Fardo. So this is basically the group of haters that have been making my life hell for the last 8 years. And it's all due to having their own little personal agenda, but also getting off on the fact that they're a little hate group, and they get to cause quite a bit of grief. Unfortunately, now I've seen Mason for the man that he is, and obviously Clark Tribe and Aaron Twin, their words don't have any effect on me because I can just see right through it. They're angry little boys, and the only way they can feel better about themselves is to try and make me feel crap. Mason left a message 2 nights ago on my YouTube channel, basically saying that he believes that I destroyed Clark's film. I couldn't understand what he was going on about or how he came to that conclusion. But apparently the Drugs Game had a lot of bad reviews left on the IMDb, just like my films have had lots of bad reviews left on. So I think I'm right about this Chris Smith fella, the guy that stole my film. I think he's taken it on him to cause some trouble on the internet. But I just wanted to prove a point with Mason on his own. Mason has constantly sent me not very nice messages telling me that I'm not a very nice person, that he thinks I'm a waste of space, that my children should be ashamed of me, including my parents. It's very narcissistic in the things that he's saying. And unfortunately for Mason, I've actually done a lot of coursework on narcissistic abuse, so it reaps red flags and abuse all over. So I just wanted to share these messages with you. These had actually gone into my restricted account. So the first messages I did receive, and then up until a point I restricted him. But some more messages came through and I only received them tonight. So if we go here, you can see that Mason is in fact restricted. As you can see here, on the 29th of October 2023, so 2 days before Stacey Busher texts me basically threatening to kill me, he said, please stop hating on everyone. No one done you wrong. You're a vile troll, Sammy. Why are you so jealous of others? Shit actors. Well, your opinion means nothing. Me, I don't even know you. I was on set for half a day and walked out. Very unprofessional for years. You've not let go of this crap with slating films that aren't yours, slating actors and trying to give them a bad name through pure evil jealousy. Well, some of those from the film are flying and successful, so your opinion means nothing. Don't be a hater, Sammy, get a life. You've been blackballed in the industry, along with others. Just pathetic, Sammy, and everyone can see it. Grow up. When I sent him the voice notes, that was actually in response to him messaging me for the first time in ages. He actually admits in this message that he doesn't know me and we'd only met for half a day. He says he walked off set. That's not what happened. He only had one scene, did his scene and then went home. There was no need for him to stay the rest of the day. And me and Clark were still friends for another 4 or 5 weeks before we fell out after that shoot, because he came to the April Fool's party where he got drunk, and that was the reason I decided I didn't want to work with these guys. He then goes on to try and wind me up the next day. He put no hard feelings, not getting into a battle with you. You're delusional. You could only dream or doing the projects I'm doing. Work for free. Well, sorry to inform you, Sammy, but my first project paid me tens of thousands of pounds. And hey, I'm that shit. I've just finished a 6-month project with the best directors out there. No need to battle or be jealous about it. But while you're making your reface videos, I'll be trending #1 on Netflix in the new year with royalties you could only dream of. Why? Because I'm not rude or a troll like you, Sammy. I'm ugly, old, need my pension. Shit actor too. Seem to be doing a hell of a lot better than you or anyone else in your circles. Have a nice life. Me, you can't get to me. I love it, but I've no need to slag others off, including you. Your parents must be so proud of you. It says one more thing, Sammy. I was brought up, not dragged up. You slates me for years with lies, etc. Look, end your bitterness with others that have never done you wrong. Seek help, Sammy, maybe Samaritans or a counsellor, and maybe become humble one day. Go to the film school or drama school, get some education in acting classes, wish you all the best. I really do feel so sorry for you. Anyway, got a flight to catch. Ciao, ciao. And then he synced really low and sent me an image that was basically a leaflet for how to be a better mother. I didn't really look at mentality or something like that. He put, try this. I really think it might help you think about your actions. Wow, you're well popular. Can't believe how many people really hate you. Because loads of socials have made comments about how vile you are. You need help, Sammy. I'm not bitter. I hate no one. Your actions cause reactions and you've trolled loads. Charlene, Julian, Ali, too. Many comments on your vile behaviour. Seek help, please. You really need it. Hey, not being rude, just a question. Are you a transgender? Honestly, just a question, as so many are asking. But it's cool. It's 2023 now. It's socially acceptable. I got some help leaflets for you, as must be horrible to be hated so much. But I guess you only have yourself to blame. But I'm a good listener, and I'm sure these leaflets will help you, Sam. Sorry, can I call you Sam, or would you rather not be reminded of your past life? And then on the morning of the 31st of October 2023, I didn't actually receive these messages because I'd already restricted him. This was the evening that I got some abuse from his friend Stacey Busher, who was threatening to break my neck and kill me. But to be honest, I hadn't gone on Instagram, so I didn't put the connection together about what this was all about. And it basically seems that he's either going around telling people that I'm a troll because he's projecting. That's actually what he's doing to me. As you can see, he's persistently messaging me and I'm not replying. You can also see from both of the messages that he was the one that instigated the conversation first. So this said, like I said, I hadn't received this message until tonight. It said, "Good morning, Sam, Sammy, whatever you want to call yourself these days, no offence. After discussions with my management team and agents who have been made formally aware of you and your fake accounts and your friends, regardless, they hate hundreds of client haters base, so their emails go in as spam. Funny shit, wasted. I need this tech myself. This means your footage from your amateur student film Roofed has no clarification or NDA of producing any act of the above behaviour. Noted. I have a great management team and any form of slander, as you have been informed, will be dealt with in the UK court of law. You have zero rights of any photo or film footage of Mason Antonio Fardeau. You can seek a solicitor to review what noted, and if any image or footage is displayed publicly anywhere else, you will be sued, full stop. I have to protect my rights, especially from an unpredictable troll hater like yourself. By the way, who mentioned followers? You have serious issues, Sam. But in 2024, I bet you I tenfold your followers overnight when it drops, but it means nothing to me. This will rattle you. Clark's film showreel got me where I am. You made SJ successful. There you go, says it all on a public point of view, and you should really look in the mirror. Oh, I'd hate to be you. So sad, I felt sorry for you. I really do. And to top it all, I saved your voice notes, so every time before an audition, I listen to them and I buzz off of it, and you drive me to success. Love you. As I explained, I only knew Mason for all of a couple of hours in March 2017. Haven't spoken to him, had nothing to do with him or his circle for near on 8 years. And then on the sort of Halloween holiday last year, all this bullshit started. And yeah, he literally just keeps leaving nasty messages and trying to put me down. So my point is, I mean, he goes on to say how shit I am and everything. I'd like to know how many films he's written and had published on Amazon. He is quite proud of the fact that he's on the Gentleman series on Netflix. But I don't understand that if he feels like he's doing so well in life and that he's moved on and things are great for him, why am I still on his mind? And why does he feel the need to try and put me down? This basically stems from narcissistic abuse. It's got everything in there: gaslighting, triangulation, manipulation, bullying. It seems to me that Mason Fardeau is the only one doing the hating. So as you can see in these messages, I didn't reply. Like I said, I don't use Instagram much, and I'd had restricted him, so I wasn't getting any sort of notifications to say that he'd messaged. He's tried to get hold of me on Facebook. I got some abuse on those accounts at Christmas last year. And then also we had the Stacey Busher, the lady I don't even know, who was accusing me of doing all sorts. And it's later on come out that it's not me. So there is, in these messages, it basically states some names. Charlene, we've got to the bottom of that. She came online and said that I've never spoken to her, and I have no idea who Ali is. No idea who any of these names are, actually. And the most recent comment on YouTube was him having a go at me for destroying Clark's film. Yet in these messages, he says he's done very well from Clark's showreels. So he should be happy with the situation, but unfortunately, he's doing what every typical narcissist does, and that's projecting his, I don't know, dissatisfaction onto me, when there's really no need for us to be in contact anymore. His whole end game is to try and badmouth me so much that nobody ever wants to work with me, or, you know, they think that I'm a danger to society. I mean, the stuff he was saying the other day was absolutely hilarious. And like I said, the people that know me know that none of this is true. In the last 7 years on the film production, I feel that I've actually helped quite a lot of people. I always build people's show reels for free. I never ask any money from people. And my production company is about giving people the sort of tools to get more jobs, i.e. auditions through their show reels, or just basically gaining experience if people haven't done much acting. Obviously, Mason is so much more beyond that. So yeah, he's obviously in a different level to me, and that's fine. He likes to say that I'm in the amateur student ranks, but like I say, I'm quite proud of myself for writing a film, putting it onto a screenplay, and then actually having it published out to the mainstream media. It was kind of accidentally getting involved with the filmmaking. And to have a film published, like I say, is an absolute bonus. So for some reason, this guy feels like he's in competition with me. And I think the bottom part of the message says it all, really, that he'd hate to be me. And he saved my voice notes so that he can listen to them. And that makes him buzz and drive to success. But like I said, if you see what I said into the voice notes, that was reactive abuse, something I've recently learned. And that's what these little narcissists do. They will literally harass you until they get your attention. They'll say enough things to try and push your buttons, and then you react, and then they can say, look, she's crazy. So I have a lot of people involved with the Narc movie film that we're doing at the moment, and there's a few charities involved as well. And unfortunately, this narcissistic abuse, it's becoming a very, very relevant subject. And I had no idea what a narcissist was up until a couple of years ago, when I was dating one, and I couldn't understand why they were the way they were. And once I started researching on YouTube, you realise that there are thousands of people talking about narcissistic abuse and the red flags, hence why we're making a movie about it. And yeah, the fact that he is sarcastically messages love you, it just goes to show he's a wind up. If he was a decent person, a professional actor, as he likes to say, he wouldn't be sending women 10 years younger than him vile messages trying to make them feel worthless. But unfortunately for Mason, he doesn't have that control over me, because his words mean absolutely nothing. And I can prove that every single word that he said is an absolute bullshitting lie. So yeah, if you get a little conversation with Mason going and he mentions my name, know that the guy is a little bit obsessed, and very, very bitter. He's not only bitter, he's really manipulative. He messaged me on Facebook the same day, and basically stated in there that he had no issues with me. Why would he? This was after I told him that a man called Chris Smith had been setting up fake accounts in my name, trolling my accounts and other people. So for him to be this vile towards me, telling me that lots of people hate me, that I'm going nowhere in life and basically not worthy of anything. Like I say, this guy met me for all of a couple of hours 8 years ago. And yeah, it's narcissistic abuse. My children are 18 and 22, so not exactly children anymore, and I'm very proud of them. I don't need to explain who I am as a mother to a guy that is never going to see me again, never work with me again, never sit at my table again. I suggest if Mason wants me to stop sharing videos about him and what he's doing to me with his mob, then he best stop messaging me. It's simple. The only time I put videos up is to show people exactly what I'm having to put up with, because it's been going on for so long now, with so many people getting involved. And if I hadn't shared my videos from day one, I would have had to deal with it by myself and explain it over and over and over again to my nearest and dearest. So doing it this way, everybody gets to keep up with what's going on, and nobody believes the lies because they can basically see through it. Grown-ups aren't supposed to behave like this, especially gentlemen.